7:39. Right about now. Okay, let's get up Twitch. Ah, well, you're up on Twitch.
Oh, it says I'm live now.
And I'm on the YouTube. Oh, let's see here.
How's it going, Bartan? All right. I suppose I should probably mute my stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find you on YouTube. Uh, didn't come up yet.
And apparently, Restream is linked in with Discord, so I might be able to even bring in my Discord chat into the Restream chat. That'd be pretty cool. Although it'd
Yay,
have to
there you
be
are.
my Discord chat,
You're
the
on
general chat.
YouTube.
Yay!
So yeah, Chief, you're 5 by 5, as they say. Except it didn't come up on the gaming banner.
Hey, Cat. How you doing? If you want to, Cat, you can come into Discord.
Yay!
Yeah, I use Restream, and Restream allows you to. Well, you can stream to like what, at least three, maybe four different places that I know
No,
of.
they support like 10.
Oh
So
yeah. So, but I only use YouTube and Twitch. Fuck 'em, the rest of them. That's the way I look at it. But Di, she's accommodating. She like brings them all up. She don't care.
nope.
And then if you use Restream, then the you can use the Restream chat to merge them all together, and then I get a nice little window, which I don't think is coming through on this stream,
Nope.
but I get a nice little window that I can look at to see what chat's going on. Let me see if I can move something around to make it work. I may not be able to do anything just because I don't remember if it has to be the scenes or the sources that I have to do that with, but may not be able to get it to work without restarting the stream, and I don't feel like doing that. But if I could get that to work, then the chat window would be up there so everybody could see the chat window on the stream as well.
Why would you want to show them the chat window? They already see the chat.
Well, that way they don't have to be watching the chat. They can watch the stream and see the chat as well.
Oh, I see what you're
Woohoo!
saying. Okay.
Kat's already got her video up.
Oh, well, that's good.
It ended up being a pretty short video, so yeah, hopefully it goes up pretty quickly. Alright, so I'm doing an experiment, and it's a bit difficult. It takes a little while to kind of get used to, but what I'm doing, oops, what I'm doing, it's really difficult in build mode, so you'll have to forgive me while I'm running around doing this, but I'm getting myself ready to um, I'm getting myself ready to uh, I don't want the we'll just go with the ball barrel without the fucking blade on it. Who the hell would want that blade? Um,
Yeah, be a bitch to put in your pocket, wouldn't it?
yeah, it would. Okay, so I'm getting myself prepped and ready to go to try the ultimate survival play that this one guy's been doing, and it's rather interesting. Basically, you don't use the HUD, so um, you'll notice that I don't have my crosshairs or anything like that. I can't see anything, so the only way I can shoot anything is I have to use my sights. So it makes it interesting. Also, you can't with the ultimate survival play, you can't use VATS. So as I'm running around, I will not be using VATS. So that'll make it interesting as well. So I've been trying to practice that with um, my regular guy who's on
If it
like
works, you eat.
easy or normal mode or whatever, which it's still challenging, but not near as bad because I mean nobody hurts me. So, but one of the reasons why I wanted to come into my build character, who's my regular character, is I have some buildings that I built, and you may have kind of saw them in my last video if you watched it. Um, the last video is where I kind of went through and showed how I gear up
Need to
my
get back to
settlers and
Diamond City.
stuff, and
Get
kind
this
of
done
how
and
I
then
go through that process. Well, um, when in that video you got a little glimpse into where I'm at with this settlement. So, um, but what I have is I have a few areas that have no purpose yet. So I kind of need some help figuring out what purpose I should give them. And I'll tell you what I kind of have in mind for each one, and then if you guys have some thoughts on it, then that'd be great too. So this house or this building over here already has a purpose. So I've got this is my armor vendor, okay, and I'll put a sign up for that. But this will be the armor vendor, and this is going to be the armor vendor's house, which I should probably assign her to this bed because that makes sense, right? You sleep in the bed that's above the place. Um, so yeah, I've already.
Okay.
That was customary in the old days.
Oops, I don't want to store nothing. All right, so I've already kind of done up her shack, and I've got a little bit more decorating to go, but I've thrown up some decorations. Majority of the decorations are done in here, but I got a little bit more to go. I kind of did that one as I was going along, and then I built that shack, and then this shack, I just kind of had this wild idea. Um, well, the actual wild idea was to put this walkway between them. So you'd have this walkway that go between the two buildings. And hey, Mark Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Mark Two Dicks Jackson. Woohoo! So I wanted this walkway and
Hey, Mark.
between these two buildings, but I didn't really know what the hell to do with these two buildings. So I built this one, and it's 1.5 wide, which made it interesting to seal everything up. Plus, I wanted to use this bump out here as the entranceway, which again threw off the walls. So I ended up with a big gap there that I had to patch, a gap over here that I had to patch, and then gaps up the top. So I have a walkway that comes down through here. That's the walkway from below, and then we get to go upstairs and then I have this area up here that I'm not sure what to do with. So one of the things I was thinking about was putting the restaurant slash bar over here. It'd be kind of a tight little space, but it'd basically have the both floors for everybody to mingle. And I thought about putting some slot machines up here, to kind of give them something to do, and so they have that. And then across the way, I have a couple of different things. One is I have a guard stand here that that's one of the reasons why I didn't want the bar on this side is because I have the the guard stand there, and I just thought it seemed rather inappropriate to have the bar slash restaurant right next to the guard stand. Um, Especially when the guy's got to walk through the area to get to his spot. So I decided that that would be kind of weird. Nope, Denise is not here yet. That was Di.
So all you have is the. You said the other one was a general trader.
I still have
No
a
armor. I mean, right?
yeah, I have an armor assigned, and I have my weapons vendor assigned. That's here. I'll run over there real quick. A little behind. So I have the weapons vendor and an armor vendor, and I have my clinic as well. But then I have an open area above the clinic, and that's where I pointed out the dye lantern as well. So yeah, so
Right.
there's the clinic, and then that's another open spot that I need to figure out what to do.
Well, what
Is
does the
I have
doctor
this
live?
the what?
The doctor, where does she stay?
I haven't assigned her a bed yet, but usually I just assign her to one of the beds that's in the clinic. I don't have a specific house for her
Oh, okay.
because also I have, I have right now I have more than enough beds because I also have beds up above on the second story, kind of like a dormitory slash barracks type thing. So I really kind of need to figure out. I don't have a general vendor yet, so I do need a general vendor. Um, which this building here would be really a better size for the general vendor. Um, the smaller one that's kind of the odd shape, the 1.5 by 2 shape. Um, it would be probably a better building for a general vendor because of the size. But I thought about just kind of doing some sort of real ramshackle little hut thing out here in the middle for the general vendor. Just something for the general vendor to have a little bit of overhead on, and um, just a spot for the store, and then they could sleep in one of the other beds. So I like the size of this, the one that's got the barn walls. I like the size for the restaurant slash bar, um, but I not I just feel like it's really weird to put a guard stand there, and then have the bar and everybody
Well, the guard can
drinking and
be there to
stuff.
peace too.
What's that?
The guard can be there to keep the peace at the bar.
Well, that's true, but I definitely like. I got those. I got the two guards. This one guard stand, which I thought I had signed somebody, but maybe not. He's got a great view down the road, and then over to the that factory thing over there. What the hell is it called?
Fish
The
packing
fish
plant.
packing plant. So he's got a great view of north up north of the road, and then the fish packing plant. And this other guard that's on the second story above the clinic, which this is a pretty decent sized room as well. It's 2 by 2.5, so it's got a lot of space up here as well. Um, and then this guy, he can look down south of the road and then over to the fish packing plant. So and then he's got a pretty good view down to all the way down to Salem. So um, I like those two guards and the way they're positioned. But I mean, so I really need to figure out where to put the bar slash restaurant, and I also need to figure out just what I'm going to do with the other space. So if I did the bar slash restaurant on this two-story awkward shaped building, then um, you know I would use both levels for that, and that would satisfy my thought for how much space you would need. Um, then I thought about using the space for this the barn building, the red barn building, maybe putting in a gym and something like that, and then but I don't know what to put in the rest of the space there. It's a problem with just building shit and then not having knowing what the purpose of the building. Most of the time, I kind of think about, okay, I want to build this, so I'm going to build it this way to accommodate. I also need to put in a power armor, at least some sort of a power armor station, where they can do all the stuff for that. But I somewhat thought about putting that in the garage.
Meanwhile, things are pretty good.
So I still have the space in the garage, and so I thought about doing that there. 120 minutes. Oh, an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. 80 minutes. I have a shout out. Woohoo! Party time.
Well, you made your guard post so that they had to walk to the building to get to the guard post rather than having external.
I did.
Uh, you
Um,
know,
right.
so that's why it's kind of goofy that you would have. Uh,
Potential area of distraction. Right. I did. It was just the guard posts end up being somewhat organic in how I did those because it was just one of those things that I just liked that spot for the guard post, and it was
yeah,
like,
I
well, I
know
got
it
the building
happens to me
there,
all the time.
right? And then I wanted to show off. I hadn't shown this yet. I thought this was kind of cool. So I've got. I made a hanging turret stand, which I thought was kind of neat. So I got this hanging turret stand off the back underneath the guard post, which I still need to put in some supports for it. Because although the stand is hanging, so is the guard post. So I'm like, I should probably do something about that and make it so that I mean you got a full wall hanging off there. It does look kind of strange. So that's easy enough to take care of. There we go. So it's not so much hanging anymore. It's more of the posts are holding everything up. But I kind of like the two-tier aspect of it. So you got the guard posts on top, the turrets down below, and then I decided I wanted to just kind of have these other turrets off to the side. Um, I don't remember exactly where all you get attacked. I'm pretty sure you get attacked up on the walls or up on these rocks. They come from
Yeah,
up on the rocks down the road where my entrance is, and then off in this one corner. Pretty sure that's where you always get attacked from, but hey, whatever.
yeah, by the back door of the garage is where the.
Hey, Preston, how you doing? You've already done the Bioshock finale? Wow, I can't believe you. Can't believe you already did the.
Yeah.
Is that for the um, Lost at Sea one, Mark? See, well, I don't have 3 floors. Um, Mark, I only have the 2 floors. And which building should I do the? Should I do that on? Wow. The Lost at Seas went pretty quick then. Otto, you're more than welcome to come into Discord if you want. I believe you're in my Discord thing. How you doing, by the way, Otto?
Hello, Otto. Sexy for sisters.
So, and that goes for you too, Mark and Kat. If you're still here, you're more than welcome to come into Discord. Um, so, like I said, I'm open for thoughts, and if you guys think that it's not too weird for the restaurant to be near the guard station, I mean, I'm more than happy to go with that. I just don't want it to look like it's all weird and stupid.
I don't think it is, but that's me. I would put the you could do a restaurant on the second floor, put the bar on the first floor.
Right, right.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, there's Kat. How you doing,
Hey,
Kat?
Pat.
I'm doing very well.
Yeah, I'm excited for this too. You've put a lot of, I mean, your other builds that you've done videos on were pretty damn awesome anyway. But I think you put even more effort into these ones, so I'm pretty excited to see them.
Yeah, it's kind of
Excellent,
stupid.
Otto.
Well, I put so much stuff down that about halfway through my tour, as I was walking around, my game crashed.
Yeah, I saw that. That sucks.
So I had to edit that out.
Right,
And it was like almost exactly when I said that I have trouble here. It seems to crash
right.
every time I get round here. And then
So
it
it
crashed
accommodated you.
right as I said that.
That tends to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Wonder if somebody can stand underneath here. Should be able to. Right here by the stairs. Might
I
be a
don't see why not.
cool spot for the bar, I think. I mean, the stairs already kind of chew up the space. Might as well put the bar there as well.
I'd probably move it over a bit more so that
Which direction? To the left?
yes.
Leave enough space for stupid settlers to walk
Yeah,
through
yeah.
there.
You got it.
That should be enough. Although I'll probably want to change this wall because that way I can put some shells or something behind it. There we go. There's plenty of windows in the front, and I like the idea of having the windows in the front when you're going to have a bar. It makes it a lot more inviting when you got a bunch of people that are going to come in and be drinking and see a bunch of other people drinking. So,
Yeah, but you gotta worry about those, walk-by shootings.
right?
Okay. So I cheated a little bit to get all of my stuff over at Hangman's. I picked up everything and then I used the cheat menu to fast travel there.
I don't blame you.
So I got everything there that I need now.
Nice. So, there's an Otto. How you doing, Otto?
I'm
Hey,
doing well
Otto.
yourself.
Hey, Otto.
Pretty damn good.
Hey Di, hey Gary, hey cheater.
Ha!
mighty harsh words coming from a guy with lobes.
Better for me to hear you with.
Well, if he was Ferengi, then just playing with his lobes would get him all worked up.
Why do you think he's all worked up?
Hence the helmet.
No.
Hey, Disaster, welcome to the stream, hun.
Well,
How are you
hello,
today?
Disaster. What's the
I
difference
have a
between a
feeling
Jew and a
that-
pizza? I'm guessing I'm not gonna like this answer. And no, I don't. You realize that that's not really acceptable,
Especially considering I'm Jewish.
right?
I'm not, but still.
I think I had to explain those ears. Oh wait, no, it's the noses.
No,
Jeez.
no, that's
That's
the
noses.
nose.
Damn it, so close.
Nice try.
So, Gary, what is your stance on racial slanders and slurs?
They're not welcome.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would remove the comments or time them out, but my mod powers are not working.
Really. I don't know. I don't know if he's in YouTube or if he's in Twitch.
Where'd he go?
Looks like he's over in Twitch, I think.
Yeah, must be.
No, I can whip over there real quick.
Yeah.
Thanks, Disaster. You're
Yeah,
making us
I-
work.
I
Oh.
just realised that he's got to be over in either Twitch or Mixer. Are you streaming to Mixer?
No, just to Twitch.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
why
that
our mod
explains why
powers
I'm not
aren't
a
working,
mod
right?
on Twitch.
Do I not have mods over here?
Oh yes, I am. Wait a minute, they changed their moderator thingy.
Oh yeah, you are.
Uh,
Hell, I don't even see the options for modding.
My, it's,
There you go.
It's because we're in YouTube and he's over in Twitch. That's why we can't remove it from where we are.
took care of it.
Give me
It's
1
been
second.
removed. Yeah, it just deletes so it can delete the his comments.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hit spam multiple times just to get that off the screen. Okay.
Yep, that sounds great.
All right, there we go.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Twitch isn't even loading up for me right now.
Oh, that's right. On
And
Twitch.
then Mark's just like 2 more spams.
Hey,
Yeah.
Echo.
And why is it that you want to do that?
Hey Echo,
Hey, Echo.
welcome to the stream, Han. How are you today?
Hey, Echo. Thanks for joining, buddy.
Well, he said he'd be here.
Yes, he did. He asked me. He asked me if I was gonna be streaming and what time. I told him when and where. Hey, Gage.
Howdy, Gage.
I think my chat is a little bit slow. Hey Gage, how are you today? Welcome to the stream, Han.
Are you logged into Twitch, Cat?
I'm logged into YouTube.
Okay.
I'm on
and,
Twitch.
Okay, that's on
Gage's
Twitch.
comment. Yeah, Gage's comment popped up for me about 2 seconds after you said hello to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna assign modship, but I think I would need you to be in Twitch, but no big deal. If I can monitor it for me, that'd be cool.
Not a problem.
Well, I would jump into Twitch so that you can mod me up, but it's not even loading up for me.
Yeah, it's
I'm just
understandable.
yeah, it's like I'm just getting the loading icon, up on the tab.
Right. So Echo's trying out the whole matcha or the whole survival thing. I could,
I
Yes, they
quite enjoy. Yeah, infections are annoying. Um, I think
find
the
yourself some
one that
antibiotics and hold on to them.
yeah, I think the one that's the most annoying is uh actual infections, the ones that damage you. The other
Right.
ones tend to go away after a couple of days, so you don't have to worry about them quite so much.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
ones
they're
like
just making
parasites and
you.
stuff. They will go away, or they may manifest themselves to something worse. So you just have to keep an eye on those. But the rest of them aren't too bad.
well, it's like I said though. They only give you one notification. It doesn't, they could have made it different colors or something.
Right. You don't know which ones are bad and which ones aren't.
Well, I
Well, they're
think
all
they're
bad if
kind
you're
of.
in combat. But my point is that at a glance you can't see what it is. You actually have to stop, and if it changes, and you're right, it does. Because I started out with parasites, and next thing I knew, I had an infection. So
Right.
Yeah, parasites can develop into infections. Um, that's the one that you want to keep your eye on because it can go away on its own or it can develop into an infection. And infections you want to get rid of like immediately.
Right.
yeah, they can do you quite a bit of damage real quick. But it seems like it escalates. It's not like it's. Uh, Maybe I'm wrong. It's just maybe just the way because I don't pay that close attention. So
Well, and doing this new kind of ultimate survival thing makes it even more difficult because you don't have your HUD up, so you don't know um, if you're being affected by anything. Although it's not that big of a deal if you are being affected by things. Um, at least early on, like if you haven't drank or eaten for a while, it's not that big of a deal because you don't use VATS, so you don't have to worry about action points. Like the only thing you need to worry about action points is for running. Like if you're encumbered or something, that's about it. So that's kind of interesting. Trying to get this just so. I think this table's going to be a bit too thick, deep. But it is the right height.
try the. Excuse me. Never mind. You won't have it in vanilla. I don't think.
Now the wood one would work. Um, probably. I just liked having an additional kind of thing off to the
Oh,
side.
Gary, do you mind showing Echo where he can actually see where his infections and that are?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So if you bring up your Pip Boy, and then if you go to stat and then status, you'll see um, you'll see some markers over here on the in the upper left, and it'll tell you you'll see little icons or whatever, and then for me I press C and it brings up what those things are,
Hello.
and so you'll be able to see like how it's affecting you, whether it's causing you to lose action points, or some of them will like affect your strength or agility or intelligence, or depending on whatever it is. so you'll be able to do that. Don't know what do you play on Echo? If you play on PC, it's press C, um, and that'll bring them up for you.
PS4, it's uh, R1, and
Yep.
I'm sure it's R1 on the Xbox too.
Yep. So
Yeah, it's the right bumper for
yeah, make sure that you go
Xbox.
through and make sure that you go through and go into the bunker. Sometimes you'll find some antibiotics in there. If you don't find any there, I didn't find any. Try to find Carla. Run down to find Carla. You'll find her outside of Drummond Diner, and find her. And sometimes she'll have antibiotics. Now, if you find her and you buy some antibiotics, run your happy ass back up to Sanctuary or wherever you happen to have a bed and save right away. I didn't do that, and then I ended up dying. But um, yeah, it was kind of annoying. Let me kind of. I've got a video out that'll kind of show you some of this, but I'll take a slight break from here
Yeah,
and
but you
I'll
don't.
show you the Happy Highway.
You just have to go back to Concord. There, that first building has a sleeping bag in it.
Right. Yeah.
Second floor.
Yep. So I'll show you because you can't fast travel unless you're using a mod to do so. Um,
Like
I'll
me.
yeah I'll show you.
Yeah.
Um, there's a. Am I encumbered? I just want to make sure. Okay, Di. I am encumbered.
Okay, then.
So I want to be able to sprint. So let me get rid of some of this weight. What do we got here? Okay, so I've got some weapons. You'll also want to limit your ammo and your weapons that you're carrying on survival because um, they all have weight. So
Yeah, because I just found myself carrying 7K's worth of weight just in ammo.
yeah, yeah. I just before I started my stream, I had mentioned earlier that I would um, might switch my other my other character over to survival. I went ahead and switched him. I was trying to get them all ready to go and everything. Well, let me tell you, that was pretty interesting because I before I switched, I had 300 and some odd pounds or units of weight. After I switched, I was at like I don't know 2,800, and I was like, oh shit, made a huge difference. Sorry, I just need to get rid of these. Need to get rid of this weight so that way I can sprint to kind of go through this real quick. Jesus Christ, where the hell I got an extra 70 pounds of shit? Oh, it's all this stuff. I didn't. Oh, that's right. I had not. Um, there we go. I don't need to carry the water, but it doesn't weigh anything. So, all right. So now I'm under. Okay, Echo. So, there's I call it the Happy Highway. So you can make it from Sanctuary all the way down to um, what's that? What's the place there by the railroad tracks?
Oberlin?
Oberlin.
Oberlin, yeah. So you can make it all the way from Sanctuary all the way down to Oberlin just by taking this run. Okay. So if you stay along the road and you can kind of veer off a little bit, um, you should be all right. You can avoid most of the stuff. Um, but what you'll want to do is at least unlock some settlements and get the bare necessities. Like if you can get a water pump there, put up a bed that you can sleep in, put up a couple of put up a oh, did I not? Did I turn here? Why did I turn? Um, put up a couple of containers so that way you can, after you show up, you can throw some extra water if you get extra water. Only carry about 10 to 15 uh, things of purified water with you. That's really all you need. And just take any extras that you get. Pick up every bottle you can and fill them up on a hand pump. And take any extras you get and set them off in your settlements and make yourself little stashes of food, water, and I even do ammo and that kind of stuff. So as you can see, I can run down through here and not see anybody. Now the first time you come through, you may end up seeing some people, so you won't want to be sprinting like I am. But if you move carefully and use your VATS as you go, you can kind of pick up people and stuff like that. Avoid the front of Drumlin Diner because there's
Bunch of
those
raiders,
raiders and stuff that are
drug
out there.
dealers.
Right. So if you can make it to Starlight Drive-In, run over and unlock it, kill all the mole rats, unlock it, and it'll give you a nice little spot to set up a bunk as well.
Yep. There's a actually there's a mattress already there.
Yep.
Yeah, and the
And-
best way to deal with the mole rats is to stand just up on the wing.
Right. They can't come up to you.
Well, no, they can come up to you, which means that they will actually spawn, but they have to come up like one at a time.
Right. So if you follow the railroad tracks and then you'll kind of veer off of the railroad tracks a little bit, avoid those guys fighting. Um, they're only there because I have it's where one of my checkpoints are. But you can run along here. You'll want to be careful at this point. There's going to be a raider over here, um, crying about his long lost love or whatever. You can kill him pretty easily.
Yep.
But, Yep, take his stuff. Then you can just run along down through here. Don't get too close to that wall because it will take some radiation. But you can just run through here without worrying about anything, right?
Well, you always have a random chance of a mole rat or
Right, but
Yeah,
by and
that's
large,
pretty rare.
yeah, by and large, you're not going to run into a whole lot of anything.
Nope. Stay away
So,
from the junkyards full of mole rats.
yep. So you can avoid the junkyards, and then just like that, you're already, as you can see, I'm already down by. I've passed Grey Garden, and I'm nearly to Oberlin Station. So, um,
Which
Well,
is where you want to go.
right, so-
Overland's an easy one to do.
yep. So you get into Oberlin Station, and this is what I call the Happy Highway.
Yep.
You can get down through here really fast just running, no problem.
Don't go to
Um,
Beantown Brewery. It's full of raiders.
Yep. Wait until you can. But when you do get over there, make sure that you do have Oberlin unlocked, and you have a water fountain here, a hand pump, and take every single bottle that you can carry, even if you have to walk over multiple times, because it's just over here. Um,
Yeah, you
Stream's
can
gotta
use
get
the
caught
water
up.
pump. You don't have to unlock the settlement to use the water pump.
right. But make sure that you grab every bottle. Get yourself a. If you have the settlement unlocked, put yourself a crate down. You're gonna pull out of there over 80 bottles of just empty bottles.
Yep.
Fill them all up, and it gives you.
It's the most I ever got.
Yeah.
84 bottles.
Yep, that's about what I got, I think. Um, but that gives you a great stash to build up your water supply. So, um, yeah. So you go to Grey Garden. You just run down that hill from Grey Garden along the tracks, right across the railroad bridge, and then you're right here to Oberlin Station. Now you can do all the little quests and stuff down through here, no problem. And you should be able to easily get, if you don't feel comfortable, taking on the mission for Oberlin Station, No big deal, but you can easily get Starlight Drive-In. You can also get Red Rocket. Not that it's that big of a deal because you're so close to Sanctuary, but those two will give you a great spot to work out of. Then after you get a few more levels, you can come over here to Oberlin, get it unlocked, right? And then you kind of just slowly work your way along and try to, when you get the settlements unlocked, set up stuff so you can leave stashes, and it's going to help you a lot as you move along because you might go down and do something and you have to use a shit ton of water because every time you use a stim pack you have to drink water. So if you're
Yeah,
into something,
what
then
is it? Three waters? Three waters, I think? Or,
two waters, I think.
or two waters? Okay.
Yeah, unless you're already
Yeah.
thirsty. Yeah.
Or maybe it's the Radaway's three waters.
Yeah, that could be. Um, but yeah, so you'll want to do that and always have water on hand. Pick up every bottle you can find and fill them up when you can. Um, yeah, you'll find antidotes or
Okay.
the antibiotics. You'll find them randomly. Um, at one point, I was running around with like 20 some of them, and like I said, I got to the point where I didn't use them. You can pick up the herbal things. You only see those in survival mode. Pick those up. Um,
Yeah, the herbal, what is it, anodyne or something
yeah,
like
there's
that?
herbal anodyne. Then there's three different types. And each one will tell you kind of what it's going to do. One of them will prevent fatigue and different things. And what you want to do is you want to drink those before you go to bed. When you sleep, um, you're going to sleep in 1 hour. If all you need to do is do a quick save. If it's a bed that's on the ground, um, any bed that's on the ground, particularly sleeping bags, you can't sleep more than 6 hours. Also, more than likely, if you sleep more than an hour, you're probably going to get parasites from it. So try to avoid those if you can. Any bed
Sleeping
that
bags, sleeping bags only 3 hours.
oh, is it okay?
Yep.
Um,
A mattresses on the floor are 6 hours.
right,
Or 5 hours.
5 hours, and then it wakes you up.
Okay, 5 hours for the mattress, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
and I always get parasites off the mattress every freaking time.
yeah. See, that wouldn't surprise me. But if any bed that's off the ground, regardless of if it's the dirty mattress or not, any bed that's off the ground like that, you can sleep on it as long as you want. So only do quick saves on anything that's on the ground. Um, Anytime you sleep in a bed, sleep for a minimum of 6 hours. I usually sleep 6 or 8 hours, depending. But sometimes I'll find like if I'm running across the Commonwealth, like let's say I'm going from Sanctuary and I go clear over to County Crossing, I might stop someplace like what the hell's the name of the place? Cat's favorite spot, Taffington Boathouse. I might stop at Taffington Boathouse and stop in there and sleep for 6 hours, even though I had just woken up. Do a quick sleep for 6 hours, and then continue on going to County Crossing. So that way I can get over there. I don't have to worry about getting there and then needing to sleep or anything like that. I'm already kind of well rested or whatever, so it just you kind of sleep even when you don't think you need to, and you'll be fine. It gets to be kind of a pain in the ass when you start building and stuff like that, but
The,
it's
the
not
other
too
thing
bad.
you should show them, Gary, is from where you're at Oberlin, you can now go due east, basically, and get to Hangman's Alley.
Oh
with,
right,
like, zero trouble.
yeah. This was my other favorite thing. You just take off through the woods here, and you can make your way over to Hangman's Alley. Now I use Hangman's Alley as my centralized base. Die like Starlight Drive-In, but Hangman's Alley is really good because it's right in the middle of you know 75 to 90% of all of your quests that you're gonna do.
It's close to the market at Diamond City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I mean, you get all kinds of things that you can benefits from doing that. So
Oh, I think Hangman's Alley is an excellent, uh,
Two-player house.
settlement to get but at early stages, it's kind of tough because it's full of raiders.
Right. So when
You know,
you're
so
when you're early stages, make sure you go well south and look for. You'll be able to hear there's going to be some gunfire over here, but you'll want to head south of this intersection up here, and you're going to see this house. So that house right there. Make sure you stay south and go below that house. Um, reason is because there's going to be these guys here that.
there's always a fight spawning there.
Right. This is a random spot that there's always going to be fights at, so you have to worry about that. Um, so um,
There's
if
one
you don't
now.
mind doing the fight, then by all means poke your head up here and do the fight. Early levels they're not going to be super mutants and stuff like that. They'll be somebody else, but um,
Well, yeah, but if you have the Automatron DLC, they're going to be Rust Devils.
yeah, most
Yeah.
likely, yeah, Rust Devils.
They're a bitch. I don't care what level you're at.
I hate those things.
Yep. Plus, about half of them blow up. So if you're even anywhere near them, you're screwed.
Yeah. All right, where's this super mutant at that's telling me he's going to kill me? I highly doubt it, dude.
The Commonwealth is up!
You didn't,
Okay.
dude. You didn't finish what you were saying.
Did you interrupt him?
I did.
How rude.
Okay, so yeah, so when you're running up here, you just come down, and really let me go back and kind of go through this again because there's a really easy way to make sure you find your path. Plus, it's daylight now, so you'll be able to see it a little easier.
Well, if you go due east of Oberlin, you hit the water, the river,
Right.
and you just follow the river all the way to Hangman's Alley, basically.
Yeah. So if you come out and you go, I'll wait until this comes up on the stream here, and I'll kind of explain it.
Yeah, the biggest thing is to make sure you don't go past Hangman's Alley.
Right. So if you come out and just go straight east, you're gonna come through this little valley. Um, between the two little cliff things, and that's where the alien is. You come down to the water, and then you can just follow the water down along. And that's what I used to do when I was real low level. And I think early on you may find some bloat flies or blood bugs or something like that down here, but after you kill them, I never saw any more. So it was really easy for me to go from there
Yeah, I've never
all the
seen
way down
anything
through
on that
there.
little. No, I've never seen anything there.
Right, right,
Until you get by the, excuse me, until you get by the house.
right. Yeah, so then you can come up by this house here. Avoid the fight if you need to.
Stay south of the rock there.
Yep.
Hey Mark, welcome to welcome to chat, hon.
Hey, Mark, and Denise is in here too.
Hello, everybody.
Hey guys.
Hey Denise.
You guys came together, huh?
Yeah.
They were conspiring. I know it.
Good timing.
Yep.
I went stag.
Yeah, Hangman's Alley is a good for survival. It's a very good place. For the aforementioned, Diamond City's right there, 2 blocks
Right.
away. You got to avoid the mutants, but other than that, you can walk right to Diamond City.
Another thing, like as you're going along, you'll probably want to go over to Good Neighbor. If you come along this road, the road that goes along the water, just follow this road all the way down. This is another kind of highway that I have. You may have to clear out some of the raiders as you go, but if you go nice and slow, you can take them out without too much issue.
Yeah, that's at the clothing shop.
Right.
The haberdashery.
Yep.
And there's also a mutant on the bridge.
Yeah, and I only had to kill this mutant once.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a missile. Careful.
For some reason my stream hiccuped. I didn't see where I was. It's really hard to explain stuff as I'm going if I can't look over and go, okay, this is what he's seeing. That's what I should say. Pardon me while I
Yeah,
pause.
I don't think that I could do this this version of survival, mostly because my sense of direction is absolutely atrocious.
Right. Yeah, so, um, you, I only had to kill the super mutant through here once. He never respawned. So you kill that guy, and it's pretty much free sailing after that. You're not going to really run into too many people until you get down past this, what do you call these things? Amphitheater. When you
Yeah,
get,
but once you get to the bridge, you can go to um, oh, the big phallic thing. I never think of it. Where the traders come out of.
right, Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill. There you go.
Right.
And from there, it's just a short hop over to County Crossings.
Yep, yep.
So, and that's a cakewalk, unless there's rust devils.
Who's there?
The problem with the rust devils is there's never just like two of them. You know, it's not like raiders. There'll be 6 to 10 of them.
Yeah, and it'll be like people and robots.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit of buffering on Twitch. It's not real bad.
Yeah, if you come down through there, then you can get over to. You can get the Good Neighbor pretty easy. So there's paths that you can go to make your travels really simple and whatnot. Like go back up to Starlight Drive-In. So from Starlight Drive-In, you can get over to Taffington Boathouse and County Crossing really simple as well.
Yep, it's the northern route.
So from
Place you want to avoid until you get enough level is heading south towards like Jamaica Plain, um,
right,
Murkwater Construction, or Somerville.
definitely.
There's nothing but death traps.
I don't know why I just keep stopping. So yeah, if you come out of Starlight Drive-In, go down underneath the road tracks. Just kind of follow this road down, and
Being out in the open like this?
you'll hit this crossroad. Um, Now going past this junkyard can be a bit iffy, like Di said. You see the mole rats, but you can kind of give that a wide berth if you need to. But I mean, typically you're not going to be coming over this direction until you're a little bit higher level, so it's not too bad. But you can run all the way down this road, all the way over to Taffington Boathouse, and then from
Well,
Taffington
yeah,
Boathouse you can
if
make
you-
it to the other places pretty simple too.
Yeah, if you run past the junkyard, you'll hear the mole rats, but they don't chase you. So it's not
Right.
like ghouls that'll follow you halfway across the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Building at Taffington absolutely sucks.
I like Tappington.
Yes, but blood bugs.
Well, it only sucks the first time you have to take them out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
occasionally
that's
they'll
my
come back, but I mean,
Every single time, almost, I got attacked there.
Really?
with
by blood bugs.
Well, yeah. When you first go there, that's what's in the building is the blood bugs. You have to kill 4 of them, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not
Unlock
just
it.
talking about the first time, though. It was like almost every time.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got attacked
blood
there
bugs
every
suck.
time.
What?
Yes, they do.
It's not like I put blood cages down.
No.
Apparently, I was getting attacked. I didn't know it. That's the other thing. I don't. I don't. With this thing, you don't get all the notices. So unless you're paying attention, yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna miss a lot of stuff.
I don't think I'd be good in this mode because even with my
Yeah, I mean the bad thing is with this, like the guy I'm watching, he doesn't really do a whole lot of anything in the story. Well, part of the thing too is you can't have settlements, so everything he does is settlement free, and you can't go to vendors. You can't see a doctor because he's a vendor as well. Like he doesn't pick up bottle caps or nothing. Like he went into Diamond City. I mean, he must have picked up bottle caps somewhere, but I don't know where. But he went into Diamond City and he's like, well, maybe I can buy this. Maybe I can buy this. Get myself this house. And he's like, nope, I don't have enough caps. He had like 600 caps or something, and I don't even know how he got those. He just picked them up by accident or something. But
yeah, but that seems really stupid because that's not, that's like walking into a starving person with $100 in his pocket, going to the restaurant and not ordering anything. That just
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
yeah, so
In survival mode, you would take advantage of everything you could, including the people. So,
yeah, thanks for checking that out for me, Mark. I'm having lots of issues on Twitch. Is YouTube all right? You guys have any issues on YouTube?
It's buffering a lot.
Is it?
Buffers every 4 seconds.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitch. It's not that bad.
Twitch is not really buffering, but it jitters, and then
Yep.
there's this weird echo.
Weird.
I think my internet's going crazy, except for everybody else seems to.
Yeah, I've been having lots of issues with it as well. Need to figure
You
out.
don't think it's where they damaged it, do you? Where they took out your net?
No, I mean everything else seemed. I mean, like when I was watching Die Stream earlier and stuff like that, I didn't have any problems with it at all.
Try
Yeah, but you're putting more
Right.
stress on it.
Oh yeah,
By
YouTube is
streaming
going
yourself.
nuts.
yeah, try dumping one or the other, Gary. Try dumping Twitch or YouTube.
Well, dump YouTube. 'Cause I'm watching Twitch.
Let me do a quick speed
Dump
test.
Twitch.
Yeah,
I'm watching YouTube.
Hey.
Yeah, well, let me just say that if you dump YouTube, I won't be able to watch at all.
Right.
Twitch is not
And
loading.
The other thing too is you got your stuff set up for restream, which means you're gonna have to disable that and.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah, I'd have to stop the stream and bring it back up.
Yeah.
I probably would stream to YouTube just because more people follow me there, obviously.
Best I got is that this isn't a bandwidth upload thing.
Right. I'm doing a quick speed test here and just see where I'm at. Well, my speed is nowhere near what it's normally at, but I'm currently at 68, right around 68, pushing 70. Finalized at 68.75. Download. Let's see what I come up with for upload.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, Orbit, how's it going?
Hey, Orbit.
Welcome
What's
to
happening,
the
bud?
stream, man. How are you today?
Hello,
Nice to
Orbit.
see you
How you
last week.
doing? Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been an absolute age since we seen Orbit last, isn't
Right,
it?
yeah, forever.
Yeah.
So
I was going through a sort of withdrawal.
right.
Nice, Otto.
So I'm at 7.5 upload as well. I mean,
Yeah, that's more than enough.
right.
Yeah, it's YouTube. Now, maybe they're still having issues from the other day. I don't know.
Very possible.
I think it's lying to you on that upload, especially you got similar issues going on Twitch at the same time.
Right. I mean, it could be Restream. We've ran into
Only
that
enough
too,
to
where
say
Restream
playground
itself
needs to
took a
go.
shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Place is run by robots.
Um,
Did you check your server when you did restream?
I,
You know what? You know what
yeah, I
server you're on?
don't know. Let me look to see which ones are good. I think I was on Dallas. Was the one I was on last time, and
That's not the best usually, but that's not a bad one.
right now Dallas is at 59 milliseconds,
That's not too bad.
and it's the best. The next best for me would be San Jose, which was at 70.
Yeah, see, that's the one I use, and that's usually about 40, 45, 47, somewhere in there. And Dallas is for me is around 50 or 60.
Right.
But then by the same token, a few times I've used E, and it was at like 30. So go figure.
Right.
Well, there's a bunch of people in Discord tonight. Orbit. I'm Mark Jackson, and I hope you give Dying Light a shot.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm Sushi Cat Gamer. And like I said, I hope you're doing well.
And I'm the crazy old bitch who streams every day.
That needing no introduction, introduce yourself.
And I'm automatic. And that's it.
Really, I thought you'd have something more to add to that, Otto.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
not often that Auto doesn't have something to add to it.
That pause for effect, and that's it.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Yeah, it seems like he's lost his creative juices lately or something. I don't know.
Oh, never, never.
I used them all on
Well,
your
he was at a
stream,
loss
Di.
today. Well, maybe
Okay.
he's at a loss every day. I don't know.
So, let's do this. Now that we got more people in here,
Wish I had some clean water.
and everybody's in thing. So here's what I'm thinking. For what I've got going on here,
Got a dangerous look about
got a bar here,
you. You ain't here for me.
and then I'll put the restaurant up
Can't
top.
see a thing.
Oh, it's dark.
It's almost pitch black.
You know, everybody's always got to complain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this. Sucks, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it just amazes me how dark the stream is on the receiving end.
No,
I forget about it too. So, but you're in survival, then there's
Well,
not a lot you can do about it.
Yeah.
I'm
I try
back.
to go. Hey, welcome back, Cat. I'm running at
Welcome back.
144p, lowest quality I can. It's still doing the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
And that's on YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah, same thing, same intervals.
Yeah, it's a YouTube issue. It's according to Chris Lynchman,
Well, Twitch is
whatever
doing
day it
weird
was,
things too.
YouTube reset their CSN. So I guess it takes a while for it to propagate through the.
Right.
But you know, for all you know, the YouTube could be doing maintenance on after servers, and you know they don't tell you.
Yeah, very possible. Alright, so now it's daytime. I think general consensus is to put a bar on the lower level of the barn looking building. Put a restaurant up top. And
So that counter that says bar, is that your bar?
right. That's
Okay,
where
good,
all
good.
of the lawyers go to do their test.
Good.
And then for this other shack, I think I'll probably put a on the lower floor. I think I'll have maybe I think on the lower floor we might do say maybe some workout stations or something, and maybe even some slot machines. And then on the upper story, I think I might do the general vendor up here. What do you guys think of that?
Sounds good to me.
Or above the clinic, let me get over there. Yeah, so this will be above the clinic here. It's a nice big space. So um, maybe I can do the the gym area and do the gym area in here. It's a nice big space. You have the clinic downstairs. Guard out here. Guards would want to work out and that kind of stuff. So maybe put the gym over there, and then I could still have the slot machines or something upstairs, or I could put the general vendor's bed upstairs on this one, um, the one weird shaped building. That one there. I could put the general store downstairs, and then their bed and stuff upstairs.
Yeah, and they're overstocked.
Right? Yeah, they can have more storage and that kind of stuff. It seems
That makes more sense with the clinic and the workout room. Like people
together.
Yeah,
in
like,
rehabilitation. It's like go upstairs and
Right.
work out.
Yeah, I like that idea. Because that was the big thing I was struggling with was I built these things. Like I was telling Di earlier, I built this walkway between the barn looking building and and this other weird looking building. I wanted the walkway. That's what my whole goal was, to have this little walkway between. I'm like, I think that might look cool, and
which it does.
yeah, and so I built that, and then I was like, okay, but I want to have the walkway between two buildings. So I'm like, okay, I got to build two buildings. How am I going to do this? So I had to work through like how I was going to do it, but it was just a matter of building it. And then I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to use these fuckers for. Like, it's not often that I build something with not knowing what the hell I'm going to use it for, but I did it that time. So, and then
You finally let loose. This is what I tell you.
right.
Let loose.
But yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Who's in the mood to see me start? I'm not starting a new survival. I'm changed one of my other characters over to survival tonight, and basically starting survival on him at level 50, whatever. You guys want to see me do that?
I don't understand why you're changing one of your other guys over to survival mode.
Because he's just doing a playthrough anyway. So, and I enjoy playing survival mode. So why not? I'm
I don't know. I'm just asking. I
Yeah.
can't stand
Well,
survival mode.
because I wanted to try a different type of play, because like
Yeah.
my my current survival character, he's a sneaky sniper, which is basically what this guy is that I'm on now, my builder. He's a sneaky sniper, is the way I play him anyway. So I thought, well, I might make the other guy like a kind of a run and gun type thing, a commando type deal. So I will warm Mark Jackson's heart, because I took the Overseer's Guardian and took off the scope and
Yay!
switched it to 45 automatic and put on.
Automatic.
Well,
Yep.
except for the automatic.
Well, the reason why I did it is
No
because
offense to auto.
right.
What?
Yeah, automatic weapons in this game are a complete waste of ammo.
Yeah, they are. But I
Yeah,
can
but
always
it's so much fun.
yeah, and because I wanted to do something like a commando type thing, so it's
Right
going
on.
to take me a little while to get there. But I just thought some running and gunning might be fun with that guy, and so it's going to take me a little while, obviously, to convert him, because he's already well set up into being a sneaky sniper, and so I've got
Wouldn't
the
you be better off just starting a new playthrough with, so you can build the character the way you want it out of the gate?
Yeah, it would be, but like this guy's, he's pretty well set up already. I mean, he's got lots of gear already and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to
That
go through the
hurts.
pains of doing all
This
that.
hurts.
Well, I tell you what, it's almost the hour right here. I'm gonna hop on out and reset my router.
Okay,
I'm having real problems with the video. No offense.
right.
I'm gonna do everything I can to fix it. And
It's
walk the
got to be
dog, and I'll see you guys in a
restreamed.
few.
Yeah, it's time to walk the dog.
I may,
Loose the hose.
I may restart the stream just on YouTube and see how that goes because
I'd recommend it.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
have problems
restream is the
with-
big problem, and everybody else is on YouTube, correct? I don't think there's anybody else on other than Die.
And Denise.
Well, Denise
I
is
have-
on
think
both,
Denise is on,
Yeah, she's on both.
right?
everybody that streams, I watch a lot of streams, and everybody that streams multiple things like Twitch and YouTube at the same time, I always have problems with. I mean, there's a noticeable degradation in quality. I can't really explain it. I've never done it before, but I've had problems with it.
All right, so I'm going to I'll wait until Orbit comes back, but I'm gonna reset everything for Mark so you can run off. I'm gonna reset everything. I'm gonna restart my computer and all that kind of stuff. I'll bring him back up, the stream back up in YouTube only, and we'll see if that gets any better.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay, if
Alright.
that's what you want to do.
soon. Yay, 20 minutes and it's up.
You're what?
20 minutes and my video
Oh.
is live.
So you guys got a kick out of my my video, huh?
I
Oh
quite like
yeah,
it.
yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, Denise, I'm going to restart the stream here in a minute. I'm just waiting for Orbit to come back in. Okay, Orbit. Orbit's back. I'm gonna restart my computer and I'm gonna restart the stream and YouTube only, and hopefully that's gonna take care of it. I think it's probably an issue with Restream, so I'll get all of that reset and everything. Just keep a lookout for the stream to restart. So everybody that's in chat and all that kind of stuff, just look for that, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. It shouldn't take that long, but I'll be back doing that then. All right.
Okay, Ham.
I suppose I should probably save before I do that. Not that I've done anything special, but
It might be a good idea.
yeah, maybe. See you guys in a few.